Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. As you can see by the title of the video, today I'm going to be talking to you about a very sensitive topic for me, which is my anxiety. So I've created 10 questions that I'm going to ask myself and answer on camera. Question number 1, when did it start? So I've always seen myself as a very nervous person since I was very little. About primary school, I think, I started to become very nervous, very anxious about everything. So I think about me being anxious for my entire life, but I just didn't really know that anxiety was a thing and there was treatments for it. Question number 2, when did you have your first panic attack? So I had my first panic attack, or at least I was diagnosed with a panic attack for the first time in the beginning of 2012. It was January of 2012. I was just having a meal with my family, and there it was. It came out of nowhere, a panic attack, and it was a very frightening feeling, and it was horrible. And I didn't really know what was happening to me. My family didn't know what was happening to me. So yes, it was very scary, and yeah, that was my first panic attack. Question number 3, does your family know about it? Yes, my family does know about it, and they're very supportive about that, in a sense. But obviously, because they don't have a lot of knowledge about it, sometimes they give me a little bit of tough love. And even though some people think tough love is a very good solution for anxiety treatment, the person that suffers from anxiety only sees that as other people not really caring about the situation and trying to tell you that it's easier than it seems. You just need to work harder and you'll get rid of it. And sometimes it's not like that at all, and it's a lot harder than you might think, because the problem with anxiety is that you need to know what the cause for it is, and sometimes it's just really deep within yourself, and if you don't treat it, then you won't be able to get rid of it or even ease the pain sometimes. Question number 4, what does your husband think about your anxiety and how does he deal with it? Now, my husband is the greatest person I've ever met in my entire life. He's the sweetest guy ever. He's always so supportive. I mean, sometimes I can tell by the look on his face, it's so hard for him. Like, he would like to plan trips abroad, like holidays abroad, and, you know, take me to different places and do surprises and, you know, just live lovely experiences with me. Sometimes he can do that. It's not possible for him to do that because he knows that I will panic, and he has to be really careful when he plans something around me, because he always has to plan it around my anxiety as well. So it's very hard, I see, on him, but he tries so hard every day, and he's always by my side, and he's always helping me to deal with it. Question number 5, did you look for any treatment for your anxiety? Yes, I did. I've done some counseling in the past, which I didn't find very helpful, because all the lady was telling me was everything I already knew. I just needed someone to teach me some tools and give me some tools to try and control my anxiety when I needed to. So that's why I started to do some meditation classes, and that was very helpful. I did an 8-week course of meditation, and that was amazing. I learned basically how to focus on different parts of my body and control my breathing, and it was awesome. I recommend it if you would like to try meditation classes. If you suffer from anxiety, please do it, because it was an amazing choice that I made, and I'm actually thinking about going back to it now, because yes, it's true that you learn how to do it yourself at home, but sometimes when you're in that environment, when you just go somewhere to do those meditation classes, you have the whole environment around you. At home, you always have, you know, I have 2 dogs, so it's always a little bit noisy, and then the rest of the family, they can stop their lives just so I can be in peace and quiet and doing meditation. So I'm actually thinking about going back to it again. I think it might be a really good help, even for us trying to conceive now. Question number 6. Did your treatment work? Yes, it did. It did work because I found that now I'm able to control my anxiety, and when I'm starting to have a panic attack, when I feel the first symptoms, if I put those meditation techniques into practice and control my breathing, I feel like the majority of the times I can stop myself from having a panic attack. It might be a little bit harder, it might take a little bit longer than I hoped for, considering this is very frightening. This is a very frightening feeling when you're having a panic attack, but it does work. Once before, I used to start hyperventilating and it was horrible. Now I can just stop, relax and breathe, and I can actually do it if I'm surrounded by other people and not allow other people to understand and figure out what's happening. Obviously, the people that really know me, like my husband, he will always know, and if he's around, he'll come to me and he'll comfort me and try to move me away from the situation. But if he's not there, then I'm very happy that now, after this meditation treatment, I'm a lot more capable of controlling my anxiety, and having the power on my hands to actually do it feels awesome. Question number 7. How does your anxiety affect your life right now? That's the most sensitive question, I believe, from all of them, because my anxiety affects my whole life. It affects my relation with my husband, it affects my relation with my parents, with my friends, it affects work, it affects everything. Because obviously it comes out of nowhere and it causes me these really big mood swings, and I can either be really happy or I can really be on edge very quickly. And obviously that will affect the relations, because people never know what to expect, especially the people that are closer to me. They often say that when you're angry or when you're stressed, you always take it on the people that you love the most, and that is true. So like I mentioned before, people can't plan anything involving me without first asking me, which is a really big pain sometimes, because people want to surprise me. My husband wants to surprise me, my family wants to surprise me, you know, but they never know what they can do, what they can say that won't trigger my anxiety to come back. So yes, it is hurtful. It's horrible that I know that my anxiety affects others and not just me. Question number 8. What different treatments do you consider doing? Now, I've been looking into doing acupuncture, and the reason for that is I saw another channel, the Follow the Hills, talking about how they do acupuncture to help with their fertility. Now, I started looking into it, and I saw that acupuncture is actually a very good way to try and control your anxiety. It can help you to lose weight, it can help with fertility issues. So the more I look into it, the more interested and the more intrigued I am about the treatment. So I've been looking to book an appointment and trying to start a treatment with acupuncture. I think it's going to be great. Question number 9. Were you ever criticized about your anxiety issues? I was criticized many times and judged many times. Not so much from my family, but more for other people. It's hard for other people to understand how hard this is, and for some other people having anxiety is more like, oh, she's a brat, you know, she's a princess, she'll cry over everything, she'll get anxious about everything. And those comments are very hurtful, they're very mean and very clueless about what anxiety really is. And I never thought I would hear things such as, "You're lying," or "That's not real," or "Just get over it." You know, things like that. They're so hurtful and so clueless because people have absolutely no idea sometimes why are you anxious, or why are you so nervous, or what does a panic attack feel like. And yes, absolutely, I've been judged many, many times. Question number 10. What advice would you give to other women that are suffering from anxiety in silence? I can understand that suffering from anxiety and having phobias, of going to places with a lot of people, or going abroad and going away from your comfort zone, and all of different types of anxiety. I know that sometimes it can be embarrassing to go to a person that you love and say, "Oh, I can't book that holiday because I feel scared of going away from my country." Most people will turn around and say, "Are you crazy? What are you scared of? Just get over it." And people will have mean and hurtful comments about your anxiety, but it's all about opening up to the right people. I've always suffered in silence through my teenage years, and I've always been very, very, very nervous, and suffering in silence may help at one stage because you don't have to deal with hate comments and people just being mean towards it, and people just commenting just for the sake of commenting without actually listening to you. But for the other side, it's really hard on you, and it's not fair that you're going through something that is so hurtful sometimes, and you are not able to share it with anyone. So if you have, a husband or a friend, or if your family is very supportive, or, just find a way of trying to get it out of your chest. There are forums online where you can actually talk about it. You can, for example, a very good idea that I had in the past, I never started it because, as I said, my husband is such a supportive person. I didn't have to do that, but I actually considered opening a blog and just talk to other people, just write about what I feel, just start a diary, for instance. I did that as well, and it really, really helped me. I did that when I was having my counseling, even though I didn't find that going to the actual counseling was very helpful, but doing the diary was, because I would write on it almost every day, and obviously in different days I would be in different moods and different things happen different days, and it was nice to go back to the diaries, and at the end of your diary just always try to write a positive thought that you have. Even if what you wrote was not nice at all, just try and write a positive thought, like something that made you happy during that day, or something that helped you go through that issue if you had an issue that day, and it's really nice to go back to it and always read it and then get to the end and see that there's always something positive. So don't focus on the negative, just try and find something positive to focus about and open up. It's not fair on you to live in the shadow of your room and just hide from the world and don't tell anyone this. It's not embarrassing at all. It's not your fault if you suffer from anxiety. If your nervous system reacts or overreacts to situations, there are treatments, there are medication for that, or you might not even need that. You might just need a little bit of meditation and just someone to actually support you and make you feel like you're not alone. So this is it, guys. I don't think I really went much in depth in this subject because we would have like a 2-hour long video and we don't want that. But I mentioned the most important things about anxiety, which is don't suffer alone, open up to someone, and And don't forget to love yourself, because if that's the person you are, there's nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. And yeah, definitely look into some treatments for it. Anxiety is very frightening and it can indeed affect your life, so it's very, very, very important to find treatment and help for it so it doesn't control your life. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Press like if you like the video, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.